Hello everyone, my name is Cody and this is Vantastic Living. In today's video, we're going to talk about the big mistake I made with my first solar panel setup and exactly what you can do to avoid future frustrations when it comes to choosing your first solar panel system. For the first-time van dweller, understanding solar power can be somewhat difficult and confusing, leaving many new van dwellers to make poor, uneducated decisions when it comes to purchasing their first solar-powered setup. A general knowledge of how solar works, what batteries to use, and how to hook things up are readily available online, but making sense of all of it is really the big challenge. Today I'm going to show you my solar power setup and I'll explain how I have everything hooked up, and then I'll explain why my solar panel system was a serious mistake. In the beginning, I really was rushed into buying the system. I didn't have a lot of time to research it. And here are the 4 reasons why I chose the Harbor Freight solar panel setup over other solar panel systems. Number 1 was availability. Harbor Freight's stores are everywhere. You're not going to have a hard time finding them in most major cities. So I knew getting the solar panel setup was going to be easy if I were to say want to upgrade or I needed to exchange things later on. So that was the number 1 reason, was availability. Number 2, Harbor Freight offers a 45-watt complete plug-and-play system for $129 for their members. So you have to be a Harbor Freight member to take advantage of that discount. But it definitely, at the time, was a lot cheaper to go that route than some of the other systems on the market. The 3rd reason, plug and play. I could take the panels, the charge controller out of the box and simply hook a couple things up and it was good to go. I was charging within 5 minutes. And the 4th reason was warranty. Like I said, Harbor Freights are everywhere, and I figured if I had to have something fixed or exchanged, it wouldn't be very difficult to find a store to do that. So those are the 4 reasons why I chose the system. However, after having my solar panel set up for over 1 year, now I found many other options that would have worked out much better. The new solar panel systems today are very reasonably priced and they're not difficult to set up. This allows for a faster charge time and more accurate output readings. Also, the size of the higher quality systems are a huge benefit for people with limited space, such as myself. But to mount this system, I could have put one 100-watt monocrystalline panel on the roof of my van, and it would have been about the same size as my 45-watt panel system. So that would have been a huge improvement, having an extra almost 55 watts of power permanently attached to the roof. But most importantly, the higher quality systems are designed for anyone looking to have panels that are going to be permanently attached to the roof of a vehicle. The panels that I have from Harbor Freight are really designed to be mounted to the roof of a house or the PVC A-frame that was provided with the system. They're not really designed to be placed on a moving vehicle. But let's go ahead and jump out and I'll show you guys what the panels look like mounted on the top. And then I'll go ahead and explain the rest of the system. So let's take a look at what I got. These are the 3 panels that Harbor Freight provides you with their setup. I've purchased an additional solar panel system. That's what gives me my 90 watts of power. So as you can see, these panels up front here, I just attached those to this little rack I built. That way they have something to hang on to. And I used just a small piece of metal from Home Depot to make the bracket to attach that there. And on the front, we use these small little foam cushions that you buy for your furniture pads that I've attached with just some butterfly screws to give it a little bit of space so that it's not sitting directly on top of the van. And then I have all the wires wired up coming out right here. Basically the wires run right up into this 8-panel outlet. You can hook up to 8 individual 3-panel systems, or you can hook up 8 individual panels. And then right up here is my 750 watt Shoemaker inverter, and I've got a link for that in the description below. It's worked out real nice for me. And then we'll open up where the batteries are at. And we'll take a look at my battery bank here. Basically, I've got 2 deep cycle marine batteries that are 109 amp hours each, and I've got those hooked up in parallel. That gives me a lot more battery storage, which last year I only had 1 battery, so adding the second one has been real nice. And then inside here we've got our charge controller from Harbor Freight. It's real basic. You've got just a USB out, and you have your 12 volt out, and you have an inverter out. You've got 2 different options to plug in some lights right here. The lights that come with the system are pretty cheap and they didn't last very long. It's one of the only things I really would say that the quality of the system is probably not near as good as your other systems you could buy online. With all of today's technology, having electricity in our van dwelling is not just important, but it's almost a necessity. And the price of solar panels have dropped significantly in the past 5 years, and they're going to continue to drop. So purchasing a simple 100-watt solar panel setup is a perfect solution for any van dweller or anybody that plans to live in, say, an RV type vehicle. With my first 45-watt system, I was able to run a small TV, lights, a small fan, a DVD player. I was able to charge my cell phone, my tablet. I mean, it gave me enough power to do a lot of things, which is great for people not looking to run, say, a fridge or any large appliance. So if you shop around and do your homework, I promise you will be glad that you did. Hey, so if you guys have any questions about my solar panel system or how I set things up, just drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Hey, and if you guys are looking for a little bit higher quality setup than what I have here, I'm going to provide you guys a link in the description below. It's of a system that I would definitely start out with. I'd highly recommend. It's about $150. So yeah, check that out. Hey, and I hope everybody enjoyed this video and I was able to guide you in a positive direction towards solar, or at least getting started with solar, because I know it's kind of confusing when you first get going. And hey guys, if you'd like to see other videos in this series, the links will be provided at the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I welcome you guys to also join me on Facebook and in my forums for van dwellers on my website. Hey everyone, my name is Cody. Stay safe out there. Peace, one love, and happy travels.